No suit and tie, but baby, I go to work. Don't do it for the money, but that's one of the perks. If y'all got the shovel, then I got the dirt. 'Cause burying rappers what I mean when I say take them to church. Oh man, I'm back with more bars.
I have to get asked the question, how did I get into collecting? It's not such a simple answer, but I do want to give an answer, and I do want to give like a little start to this whole saga. Obviously, I played Yu-Gi-Oh for so long, since the beginning, right? Monsters, spells, traps, they've come and gone, but there's always been one that stuck out to me the most, and I have plenty of cards that I love and everything, but this is my favorite right here of all. Lava Golem. Doesn't matter what version, doesn't matter what pack. He's the one that I've always had so like near and dear. So it occurred to me one time, I had bought this Lava Golem. I believe it was $40 back, way back when. So I had a Lava Golem, and actually I don't know if it's his exact one because I have plenty, but I had bought a Lava Golem, Pharaonic Guardian first edition. And one day I'm cruising and I just say, hey, what if I get a playset? So I get back home, and I said, well, it was $40. I mean, maybe it's gonna be 60, 70, because I had bought this maybe 6 months earlier. I get online, I get on eBay, and Lava Golem is $8. My jaw dropped. $8? How's that even possible? And it was for a near mint copy. I was like, okay, well, this is not a one time or a one listing. Okay, there was plenty of those listings. So okay, the natural thing was like, okay, let me buy another two. I had my play set, but that really just didn't stick well with me. And of course, the natural thing about it was that 3 copies. I said, you know what? I kind of like Lava Golem, and collecting. Like I said before this, I wasn't. I mean, I would rarely here and there spend $40 on a card. There was $100 cards. Tour guide $200. Draco Sack. Cards out where, I mean, over time I've spent money on them, but just in general, there was always those cards that were over 100, over 200. But I was always that guy that, oh, well, let me buy one copy, before this point. So I said, let me just buy another playset. So, I already had my playset. Let me buy another playset. I mean, it's cheap, and I love Lava Golem, and actually my dream was to have 100 copies. That was kind of like the weird aspect of it. That was the collector inside me. So really, Lava Golem got me into collecting because I ended up collecting so many. I mean, I probably lost count at this point because I've sold them and I bought many more, and I've owned many copies, and I don't want to put a number behind it because it's probably over that 100 mark. It's closer maybe to 200, just over time. If I could say anything for sure, I feel like I was one of the main people that made Lava Golem's price get out of that $8 to, I mean, I saw it as cheap as $6. So, but I'd rather say $8 because the $6 were probably 2 or 3 of them that I bought at that price. But $8 were really like most of them from like the $8 to $12 mark. It started rising to 14, 15, 17, 20. And when they got to 20 was the last that I had bought. But I bought, everywhere. TCG Player. Actually, maybe TCG Player, not so much, but a couple at TCG Player. eBay, Amazon. Amazon had a lot of people selling on there at the time as well. So, I would buy off of there. And I mean, I got a massive amount of deals, and it was just great. Lava Golem got me into collecting, and it really got me into that obsessive mode where I wanted to just pick my favorite cards and just buy, 10, 20 copies of them, or maybe 3, 4 play sets, So naturally, there was a next card. So, I mean, hopefully you guys can see it right there. Well, actually, you know what? Let's put it out here. Toon Mermaid. MRL first, of course. Naturally, it just came to that because in general, toons were just so, popular with everybody. But, maybe I understood Lava Golem's price because, maybe in my head I said, okay, maybe people just don't want to purchase this card because it's not as popular as other cards. But then it came to toons, and Toon Mermaid was a similar price. The lowest I had seen was $8, $10, $12, is similar to Lava Golem. And I said, well, let me do the same with this card. So I just ended up purchasing as many as I could until I got it to that $20 mark. And the difference with Toon Mermaid was, though, her price really did go up a lot faster than with Lava Golem. So what I ended up doing is I ended up also picking up light play copies under $20 after the near mints had gone past that point. It just kind of evolved into that. So, of course, the evolution continued. When one day I'm just surfing the web and see Upstart Goblin, a $28 copy, and I picked it up, and I didn't think nothing about it, and I just kind of left that copy there. Well, one of my friends, he tells me, hey, I have a playset, I'll give it to you $80 and I'll throw in this skill drain, a turbo pack, ultra rare skill drain. And I said, okay, well, that's kind of weird because as it is, it's already underpriced that he's handing me these cards. Well, I figured out that Upstart Goblin had not necessarily tanked, but the price was going down, so people were kind of panic selling it. So I took it. I said, I'm going to take the gamble. It doesn't matter. I ended up picking up another maybe 4 copies. And then at that point, it just jumped right back up. And I believe it went up to like a $50 mark or so. With Upstart Goblin, I ended up just keeping this one copy. And I ended up selling the rest. But the thing about Upstart Goblin is that I didn't just want to keep one copy. So what I ended up doing is buying a PSA version of it. If I can ever find it. I bought a PSA version just to keep one because why not? Come to find out that PSA, I believe it was a PSA 9, was just pop 1. And I was, that's what really got me into the point where I said, okay, well, if I can buy a pop 1 Upstart, then what else can I buy? So I started getting more into the rarer side of things. Obviously Pharaonic Guardian is an old set. Obviously MRL is a super old set. And obviously Turbo Pack is a rare set just because of, its allocation or whatever. But what can be rarer than that? I started collecting Legend of Blue Eyes, but at this point, I literally just sold all my Legend of Blue Eyes. I picked it up and I sold it right away because there was a better option. And actually, there was an untapped market that I feel wasn't tapped into yet. And that was the foreign card market. So I started picking up Gate Guardian in every language that I could. A lot of these were very, very cheap at the time, $15 or so. and I just picked up a couple, but I ended up picking up other stuff that was in Spanish, other LOB stuff, a lot of LOB, Metal Raiders, stuff like that. Just in general, started picking up a lot of stuff that was foreign. And then one day, I'm surfing the web. Of course, I had gone into all this stuff, right? And this is on a different date. I'm surfing the web, and I look at Lava Golem, and the price has gone up. You know, it's $42 at this point. And then I see a lonely copy of a PSA 10 Lava Golem. Actually, no, hold on. The Lava Golem was like $30. I'm sorry. I see this lonely copy of a PSA 10 Lava Golem. There was plenty other, but they were 150, 180. They were a little bit higher than this one. This one was, I believe, posted at like 120 or 110, and I ended up purchasing it for 107 or something like that. $100 or $107. I don't remember. After I bought this, I forgot about Lava Golem, but when I looked back is when I realized that Lava Golem had hit $50, $60. It was just going up. It had gone up for a little while. It had hit up, the $68 mark or so, because I remember I sold one for $65. And it might have even hit higher than that, maybe $80 or so. So that point was when I realized that instead of just collecting, Yu-Gi-Oh is investable. Everything that I had done up to this point had nothing but given me, positive. And it wasn't even so much as I tried, in any way. I didn't really try. So what would happen if I did try? That was my thought process. Yeah, we'll explore that in the next video. But what happened when I tried investing into Yu-Gi-Oh, and how has that gone past that point? Because like I said, this was my actual, I believe this was my second or third PSA card I bought, but this was probably the first one I actually bought with the intention of making money off of it. And to this day, I kept it just because actually I didn't want to sell it after that, because it's Lava Golem, But yeah, we'll do a next episode, because this is getting a little bit too long. But that's that's a breakdown of how it went. Obviously, there was a lot of stuff that I skipped, but just the main points to how I got into collecting. The next episode will be how I got into investing. So look out for that, guys.